knows all the, he has.
Sorry, I said I was on terminal frost, but I need to be new machine. Understood. Yeah.
I mean, ideally, really, someone should let Bill know and Bill gets on the comms.
Obligatory has its pearls.
My first memories of Pink Floyd are back in about the end of 1979 when I was 10 years old at that point, and Another Brick of the Wall Part 2 was released as a single, and it was an unlikely Christmas number one in the UK for that Christmas. So that was my first sort of memory as experiencing Pink Floyd. And of course, it was very cool for a 10-year-old kid to hear a song of extolling the message of we don't need no education and the rest of it. But it was a few years later, when I was about 13 or 14, when I'd already started playing guitar by that point, and I was discovering music much more at that point. And a friend of mine got hold of the Wall album, the whole album, and played it for me, and that was it. I was hooked in that point always after hearing that, and I quickly made it my mission to discover all the rest of their catalogue, all the rest of their albums. Then we roll on about 10 years further on, and in 1994 I had the opportunity to join a Pink Floyd tribute band. That was a band that had relocated from Australia to the UK, and they needed to replace one of their guitarists with somebody from the UK, and my name was recommended to them, and I got the call to go on for an audition, and then within a week or two I was doing my first gigs with them. And that was an opportunity, really, that sort of came out of the blue and was a big surprise to me at the time. So I did that for some 17 years, and then I got to the point where I thought I wanted to start my own Pink Floyd tribute band and try and do an even better job of recreating this music. And that's when Brit Floyd started, and that was the end of 2010. We did our first gig in 2011 in Liverpool in the UK. And here we are, 16 years later, something like that, 15 years later. And Brit Floyd is going from strength to strength, touring many places around the world. Exception of the COVID years, we've toured every single year since 2011. So yeah, we usually sort of there's a theme to a tour each year, whatever that may be. This year, of course, it's the Moon, the Wall, and Beyond, and then we tend to split that tour up into different sections where we'll do a couple of legs, as we call them, in here in North America, and then we'll do a European leg and do a run of shows in the UK as well, things like that. So if you look at it in those terms, we've probably done 20, 25 tours or something like that. People have been trying to sort of come up with a different term other than tribute band, and I don't think anybody has successfully come up with one. There's like heritage band, legacy band, and I don't particularly like them. So the tribute band doesn't bother me. It doesn't offend me. I think there's just what matters is how you're regarded, and we're sort of regarded as being at the top of the pile when it comes to tribute bands. As I say, I don't see another term out there that seems to quite fit for me, so I'm happy enough with tribute band. We do have kind of a pool of musicians who play with us. There are certain core members of the band who you're always going to see there, like myself, Ian Cattell, the bass player and vocalist, and some other members, but not everybody can sort of commit themselves to the amount of touring we do all year round, so you have to have a number of different musicians available to you to cover all the touring we do. And there's a sort of a pool of backing vocalists. We have 2 different drummers playing with us, for example, and that kind of thing. It's a big responsibility. I take it very seriously, recreating this music accurately as we can, with the right sort of taste, applied to how we do it. We don't want to do it in a tacky way, an inappropriate way. Pink Floyd sold their publishing rights to Sony Music a couple of years ago, and therefore it's kind of in Sony's interest to monetize that. And it's not just the music; they get the rights to the imagery that accompany that music. So we approached Sony Music, and they were interested in coming to an arrangement where we could use the official "Wish You Were Here" artwork on our tour last year, where we were celebrating the 50th anniversary of the release of that album. So it's obviously very special to get to use the original Storm Ferguson artwork on our posters and in some of the imagery that happens on the screen during the show and on T-shirts, things like that. So it's a bit more problematic when it comes to some other artwork like the wall, because that belongs to Gerald Scarfe as much as anything, rather than Storm Ferguson. So different set of people you would have to negotiate with to use that. So. I don't want to sort of take it too seriously, be too reverential, but this music deserves to be treated with respect and to be treated appropriately, and that applies to the show, the presentation of it as well, the sort of visuals we do, the kind of things we do on stage as musicians. What the theatrics we will introduce into the show in the context of the wall material, things like that. So yeah, I take it very seriously, and I get a sense of satisfaction when I feel that we're doing it justice, we're doing it in the right way. So yeah, very proud of what Brit Floyd has become and how it sounds and how it looks.